What's up? Welcome back to another installment in this mini episodic series around why the personal development or self-help, whatever you want to call it, industry is not actually helping us. As always, I am here to help driven millennial women become better humans through a rare, systematic approach to mindset training so you can find the freedom from chaos, clarity of purpose, and the power you need to create a life that is actually worth loving. As always, I'm going to try and bring you the truth around what's working, and I want to encourage you to pursue your own excellency. So, in the last few episodes, we have said there's some things that you actually need to succeed when it comes to becoming a better human. And this is what is missing in many of the personal development programs, books, coaches, courses, whatever you want to call it. The first thing we said is there's no map, there's no actual system, no step-by-step process that you can follow to create change. We said you need this system, so you need the map and you need the vehicle to actually travel through the map, to travel the journey. We said you need tools, you need something that you can rely on through every stage of the journey to deal with whatever comes up, because things happen in life. Life is not straightforward, it's a series of things that happen and you need to be prepared to deal with that. And you can't just deal with that with sheer willpower. You need actual tools that you can use and implement to get results. Then we said the third piece is actually having a tribe of people who support you, people who will step into your light and shine back at you rather than trying to tear you down, telling you you're in a cult, telling you you're doing the wrong thing and that you shouldn't change because it's actually hurtful towards them. Now the fourth piece is one that I feel particularly strongly about. It's actually having a mentor. Now, I've worked with many people over the years. Some of them have been incredibly helpful and some of them have not. And this is within different realms. In fact, we're going to go off on a tangent here. I'm going to list off some of the people who have been immensely helpful to me. So, in terms of this journey, not just my own personal journey, but actually building up Project Tempest, people who have helped me, we've got John Romanello. He is an incredible writing coach. He is someone that helped me improve my ability to write and communicate through the written word. It inspired me to write my first book, and of course that led to a second book. We have Nicole Spencer, who is one of the first marketing and business coaches who I worked with. She is an excellent human being and she's really good at what she does. She inspired me to actually start, creating the basic foundations of what I would need to have Project Tempest up and running. Then, of course, we have my friend and mentor Simon Gwillam, who is the owner of Unbreakable. I've worked with him for quite a while now, and I'm fortunate enough to actually be one of his teams and one of the coaches as well inside Unbreakable. He's been instrumental. He's helped me with lots of things, many things, too many things to say. There's David Allison. He was one of my first kind of personal development coaches. He is probably the person that gave me the, not so much the inspiration, but the kind of the balls to go out and pursue Project Tempest and to make it into what it is today. I think had it not been for his guidance, this wouldn't exist. So he's very important as well. And there's a few others who I've worked with fairly recently that have kind of helped shape this, and we'll see how their influence continues to shape things. But those four people are kind of the initial coaches who I was fortunate enough to invest in and to work with, and they had an instrumental impact in how things are today. But anyway, the whole point of this is that you need a mentor, someone who can lead you without explicitly telling you what to do. They don't do it for you, but they lead you and they can step in and, show you how things are done as such. That's what a good mentor does. They don't do it for you. They lead you and they lead from the front. As humans, it's natural for us to want to be told what to do, but to actually create long-term results, we need to be able to do it for ourselves. We need to be able to learn to be self-efficient and stand on our own 2 feet. We can't always expect someone to be able to take us by the hand and, do it for us. Sometimes we need someone who will lead from the front. Sometimes we need someone who will stand beside us. and sometimes we need someone who will stand behind us and give us a push. And I believe that's what a good coach or mentor can do. They can stand in these different positions and help you from different angles objectively rather than control you. So it's not what this is about. It's not about control. It's not about saying you must do this, you must do that. It's about someone who can be objective, look at where you're at and say, right, let's try this. Let's use this tool. Let's go that way. And someone who can stand in these different positions and adapt when things are not working and help you discover something that does work. Most gurus and coaches are so ego driven that they can never be truly helpful because they're only seeing you and the world and the situation for how they are and through their frame rather than for what's actually happening. And I think that is the distinction between someone who is truly an excellent coach and an excellent mentor and someone who is simply average, is the ability to actually be truly objective and see your situation and not see their own situation and put their own spin on things. So that's why I feel you need a mentor who is objective. If you look at any hero in any movie, any TV series, whatever it is, anyone that goes on this journey, they always have a mentor. If you look at, Frodo in Lord of the Rings, he had Gandalf. And Gandalf had this ability to guide him, but also to step up and jump in when he needed to go ahead and kick the crap out of the other wizard. What's his name? The white-haired one. Feel free to drop that in the comments. He could do that, but he didn't need to do that. He didn't do that through ego or for a desire to prove himself. He did it because it was part of the cause, part of what they were doing. You had Giles in Buffy. He was always there guiding and giving insights and mentoring, but also could step in when need be. And it's like I said, it's the ability to either lead from the front, stand to the side, or step behind. And that's what any great mentor can do. And you'll see that anywhere you look. And that's what's lacking in many of these programs. Like I said, so many gurus and coaches, they make it about themselves. Yes, you have a system. Yes, you have a brand. Yes, you have this, that, and the other. But it's not about that. Your work is there to help other people become the best versions of themselves, which means it's so much bigger than you. It's so much more important than you. So you need to be able to actually objectively step away from things. You need to be able to take criticism, to take feedback from people, and to be able to actually decipher what is valid and what is not. So that's another key thing that we need to be looking out for when we are pursuing any kind of self-help or personal development project. So we've got 4 things here. We said we need a map and a system, something that we can actually follow step by step. Otherwise we will constantly be walking around in a circle getting nowhere. We need tools, things that we can use and apply in any situation. We need a community, people who are going to shine a light and allow us to shine without trying to pull us down. People who are going to support you, lift you up, and actually just be part of that experience with you. And we need a mentor who can be objective and stand and help you from all angles rather than imposing their own ego, their own way of doing things, and actually just be truly objective and do what's best for you. Now there is another piece to this, and that'll be coming up soon. But for now, I want you to look at the last book you read, the last coach you worked with, the last course you went on, whatever it is, and see whether it had those 4 pieces. So go through them as a little checklist. I went through this course. Did it have a mentor? Did it have a set of tools I could use? Did it have a step-by-step journey? Did it have a support system? And if it's missing one of those, then you know it was missing an important piece of what it takes to actually get results. So go through, do a little inventory check on everything you've gone through so far and see if it has those pieces. And then I'll be back in a couple of days with another piece that you may be missing.